It had started 6 months earlier, in the humid haze of a Manhattan summer, when Justin first stepped into the glass-walled lobby of Hudson Architects. He was 28, fresh off a brutal breakup that left him questioning every fiber of his being, scraping by as a freelance graphic designer in a city that chewed up dreamers like stale bagels. The firm was scouting for branding work on a new high-rise project in Williamsburg, and Justin's portfolio, edgy line drawings of forgotten industrial relics, had caught their eye. But it was the lead architect who caught his. Alex Harper. God, even his name rolled off the tongue like a secret. Alex was 32, with a jaw carved from the same granite as the Brooklyn Bridge, and a smile that could disarm a room full of skeptical clients. He wore tailored button-downs rolled to the elbows, revealing forearms dusted with faint freckles from weekends kayaking on the Hudson. Justin had read his bio online, Yale grad, TED Talk on sustainable urbanism, openly gay in a profession still riddled with glass ceilings. When they shook hands at the pitch meeting, Alex's grip was firm, his eyes lingering just a beat too long on Justin's, sparking something electric that Justin hadn't felt since college fumblings in dorm rooms. "You're the one who sketched that derelict factory as a phoenix," Alex said later, over lukewarm conference room coffee, flipping through Justin's mock-ups. His voice was low, gravelly from late nights poring over blueprints. "It's raw. Honest. Makes me want to redesign the whole damn skyline around it." Justin flushed, mumbling a thanks, his mind racing with visions of late-night collaborations turning into something more. Shared takeout in Alex's loft, fingers brushing over drafting tables, confessions whispered against collarbones. That night, alone in his cramped Bushwick apartment, Justin Googled him obsessively. Articles on Alex's eco-friendly retrofits, Instagram reels of him hiking the Appalachian Trail, a single photo from Pride last year, rainbow flag draped over his shoulders like a cape. Justin bookmarked it all, his crush blooming like kudzu in the cracks of his loneliness. Weeks blurred into site visits and revisions. Alex invited Justin to tag along to the Williamsburg build. Scaffolding skeletons rising against the East River, the air thick with sawdust and possibility. They'd perch on milk crates, sharing falafel wraps from a halal cart, Alex sketching feverishly while Justin doodled logos on napkins. "You see the bones of things," Alex told him once, wiping tahini from his lip, his knee brushing Justin's in the summer heat. "Most people just see the surface." Justin's heart swelled each time, but doubt gnawed at the edges. He hadn't dated seriously since Mark, the finance bro who'd ghosted him after a weekend in the Hamptons, leaving Justin with nothing but a ghost of rejection and a tattoo of a compass rose on his ribcage, pointing forever north, toward nowhere. Coming out at 20 had been a quiet rebellion in his conservative Ohio hometown, but New York demanded reinvention, and Justin was still piecing himself together. Alex felt like the blueprint. One evening, after a grueling deadline crunch, Alex clapped him on the back. "Drinks? My place. I've got a bottle of bourbon that's begging for company." Justin's pulse thrummed as they cabbed to Alex's loft in Dumbo. Exposed brick, floor-to-ceiling windows framing the Manhattan skyline like a promise. Vinyl spun on the turntable, Coltrane's saxophone weaving through the air, smoky and intimate. They talked for hours, about Alex's twin brother, Ryan, a corporate shark in finance who mirrors me but misses the soul, Alex joked, pouring seconds. Ryan, the evil twin, always stealing his thunder at family gatherings. But Alex waved it off with a laugh that didn't quite reach his eyes. As the bourbon warmed Justin's veins, he leaned in, emboldened. "You make this city feel possible," he said, his hand grazing Alex's on the couch. Alex's fingers intertwined, pulling him closer, their kiss tasting of oak and urgency. A slow burn that ignited everything Justin had suppressed. Lips parting, breaths mingling. Alex's hands mapping the planes of Justin's back like he was drafting a masterpiece. They tumbled into bed, sheets tangling like rebar, bodies fitting with the precision of a well-engineered span. It was messy, fervent, real. Alex's whispers of "stay" against Justin's neck sealing the night. But dawn brought the hangover of hope. Alex was called away to a site in Jersey, leaving a note. "Coffee's on. Last night was. Yeah. Talk soon?" Justin left with a grin that split his face, replaying every gasp, every touch. Their affair unfolded in stolen fragments. Quick lunches at Sarabeth's, where Alex's foot hooked around Justin's under the table. Midnight texts dissecting blueprints and bad rom-coms. A weekend in the Catskills, hiking mist-shrouded trails, making love in a cabin with rain drumming the tin roof like applause. Yet shadows crept in. Alex grew distant, buried in deadlines for the high-rise. A gleaming tower of glass and green roofs that symbolized his vision for a human-centered New York. "It's not you," he'd murmur during their rare overnights, tracing Justin's compass tattoo. "This project's eating me alive. Ryan's writing me about investors. Family's a mess since Dad's stroke." Justin nodded, understanding the weight, but the silence is stretched, laced with unspoken fears. Was this just a fling for Alex? A distraction from the grind? Enter Ryan. Justin met him accidentally, or so he thought, at a Harper family dinner in their parents' Upper West Side brownstone. Crisp linens, crystal that chimed like wind chimes, the scent of roast lamb wafting from the kitchen. Alex had begged off, citing a model review, so Justin went solo, a nervous +1 clutching a bottle of Napa Valley Cab. Mrs. Harper, elegant in pearls, mistook him for the graphic was Alex raves about, ushering him in with maternal warmth. Ryan was there, holding court by the fireplace, his laugh booming over tales of Wall Street conquests. He was Alex's mirror. Same height, same tousled blonde waves, same blue eyes that pierced like spotlights. But where Alex's gaze softened, Ryan's sharpened, appraising. "So you're the one breathing life into my brother's boring beams," Ryan said, clinking glasses, his smile a velvet trap. Justin chalked it up to brotherly ribbing, but Ryan's attention lingered. Questions about Justin's designs. Compliments laced with flirtation that felt off-kilter, like a blueprint skewed by a millimeter. As the night wore on, wine loosening tongues, Ryan cornered Justin in the study, shelves groaning with leather-bound tomes. "Alex is lucky," he said, voice dropping low, echoing his twin's timbre. "You get him, don't you? The way he sees the world not as it is, but as it could be." Justin nodded, throat tight, spilling fragments of their story. The loft, the bourbon, the Catskills. Ryan listened, eyes gleaming, then pulled him into a hug that pressed too close, too knowing. "He doesn't deserve you," Ryan murmured, breath hot against Justin's ear. Justin pulled back, laughing it off as tipsy affection, but the seed of unease took root. Fall deepened, leaves carpeting Central Park in crimson and gold, mirroring the flush on Justin's cheeks whenever Alex stole a kiss behind a sycamore. Their rhythm steadied, Tuesday takeout at Justin's, where they'd sprawl on thrift store rugs, Alex's head in Justin's lap as Justin read aloud from The Great Gatsby. Ironic, Alex teased, for a Midwestern boy chasing New York lights. "You're my green light," Justin shot back, fingers carding through Alex's hair, earning a grin that melted the city's chill. But Ryan lingered like a draft. He texted Justin for Alex. Blueprints needing tweaks, investor pitches requiring visual punch, pulling him into late-night Zooms from Ryan's sleek Tribeca penthouse, all chrome and minimalism, a stark contrast to Alex's warm chaos. Ryan's feedback was sharp, almost proprietary. "Make it bolder, Justin. Like you." Flattery wrapped in critique, leaving Justin buzzing, second-guessing his instincts. One night, after Alex bailed on a planned gallery crawl, models glitching, rain check, Ryan swooped in. "Come to the penthouse. I've got mocktails and that new Basquiat exhibit on the walls. It'll inspire you." Against his better judgment, Justin went. The city sprawled below like a glittering circuit board, Ryan pouring elderflower fizz with a flourish. They talked art, Ryan's collection a mix of blue-chip irony and genuine passion, then veered to family. "Alex and I, we're fire and ice," Ryan confessed, lounging on a leather sectional, legs stretched like he owned the horizon. "He builds dreams. I fund the nightmares that pay the bills. Dad always favored him, the artist. Me, the fixer." His eyes, so like Alex's, darkened with old wounds, and Justin, ever the empath, leaned in. "You're more than that. I see it." The air thickened, charged like pre-storm static. Ryan's hand brushed Justin's knee. Accident, but didn't retreat. Justin froze, pulse skittering. This was Alex's brother, for Christ's sake. Yet the resemblance was uncanny, a funhouse mirror of the man he loved. "Tell me about him," Ryan pressed, voice husky. "What makes Alex to you?" Words tumbled out. The way Alex hummed Springsteen in the shower, his quiet advocacy for queer youth shelters in his designs, the scar on his knuckle from a childhood fall they'd both survived. Ryan absorbed it, nodding, but his gaze roved, hungry, appraising. By midnight, Justin was edging toward the door, excuses bubbling. Ryan stood, closing the gap. "You're good for him," he said, cupping Justin's jaw, gentle, possessive. Their lips met in a kiss that was all wrong. Aggressive where Alex was tender, demanding where Alex yielded. Justin recoiled, shoving him back. "What the hell, Ryan?" Ryan's laugh was bitter, eyes flashing. "Come on, Justin. Alex is married to his work. I'm right here. Same face, better availability." The rejection stung, but worse was the betrayal's echo. Ryan, poaching intimacy like a corporate raid. Justin fled into the night, hailing a cab to Alex's loft, pounding the door until it swung open. Alex, bleary-eyed in boxers, pulled him inside. "What's wrong?" Over tea steeped too strong, Justin spilled, omitting the kiss, framing it as Ryan's overreach. Alex sighed, rubbing his temples. "He's always been like this, jealous, boundary blind. Ignore him. We're solid." They made love then, fierce and reaffirming, Alex's body a harbor against the storm. But doubt festered. Had Ryan told Alex already? Was this pity? The high-rise project crested toward completion, a beacon of curved steel and vertical gardens piercing the skyline. Justin's branding launched to acclaim, billboards flashing his Phoenix logo over the East River. Alex toasting him at the reveal party in a Soho loft, champagne flutes clinking amid influencers and critics. "To Justin," Alex said, arms slung around his waist, voice carrying over the jazz trio. "The heart of this build." Eyes met across the room. Pride, possession, promise. For a moment the world aligned. But Ryan crashed the after-party uninvited, suit impeccable, smile a shark's. He cornered Alex by the bar, their heads bent in heated whispers, gestures sharp, voices rising. Justin watched from afar, heart sinking as Ryan slapped Alex's shoulder too hard, storming out. Later, alone on the fire escape, Alex lit a rare cigarette, exhaling smoke like regret. "Family bullshit," he muttered. "Ryan's pitching investors tomorrow. He thinks the branding's too artsy." "Your fault." Justin laughed, but it hollowed. "He wants what you have," Alex added softly. "Always has." Winter bit early, snow dusting the bridges like powdered sugar on regret. Justin's freelance dried up post-project, forcing him into temp gigs, storyboarding ads for soulless agencies, while Alex vanished into revisions. Texts went unanswered, calls to voicemail. Desperate, Justin showed up at the office one sleety afternoon, only to find Alex's desk cleared. A sticky note. "Philly consult, back Friday. Miss you." Liar, Justin thought, spotting Ryan's coat slung over the chair. Paranoia bloomed. Late-night scrolls through Ryan's LinkedIn revealed posts from Brothers Retreat in the Poconos. Cabins, fire pits, no Alex in sight. Justin confronted Alex upon his return, voice trembling in the loft's dim light. "Philly? Or hiding from this?" Alex deflated, admitting the truth. Ryan had engineered a twin swap for a client dinner, impersonating Alex to schmooze funders, borrowing his charm. "It's harmless," Alex insisted. "We did it as kids." He needed the edge. Harmless? Justin's stomach churned, memories of Ryan's touch resurfacing like bile. The fracture widened. Justin pulled back, burying in work, but the city conspired, bumping into Ryan at a queer-lit reading in the village, where he slid into the seat beside, murmuring, "Missed you at the swap debrief." Justin bolted, but not before Ryan slipped him a USB. "Your next big gig. For us." It held mock-ups. A luxury condo tower, Ryan's pet project, with Justin's style imprinted. "Alex doesn't see your potential," Ryan texted later. "I do." Temptation gnawed. The gig paid triple, stability in a freelance famine. Justin met Ryan at a neutral cafe in Midtown, steeling himself. "Just business," he said. Ryan nodded, eyes twinkling. "Of course, but imagine. You and me, building something unbreakable." Over lattes they sketched, Ryan's ideas bold, ruthless, a far cry from Alex's humanism. Justin's lines softened them, infusing heart. Hours flew. Laughter came easy, dangerously so. That night, guilt crashed. Justin texted Alex, "We need to talk." Dinner? No reply. By morning, radio silence. Panic set in, until a call from Mrs. Harper, voice quavering. "Alex is in the ER. Car accident." Ryan was driving. The world tilted. The ER waiting room at Mount Sinai reeked of antiseptic and despair, fluorescent lights buzzing like angry hornets overhead. Justin arrived drenched from the sprint through slushy streets, coat shedding puddles on the linoleum. Mrs. Harper clutched a rosary, ironic for a family of lapsed Episcopalians, while Mr. Harper, post-stroke frail in his wheelchair, stared blankly at the TV droning CNN. Ryan paced by the vending machines, suit rumpled, a fresh bruise blooming on his cheekbone like an accusation. "What happened?" Justin demanded, voice raw. Ryan's eyes, haunted so like Alex's, met his. "Ice on the FDR. I was dropping him off after everything. Swerved to miss a truck. He took the brunt." The words landed like shrapnel. After everything. The swap debrief? The gig? Justin's stomach nodded, visions of Ryan's hand on his jaw flashing unbidden. Surgeons emerged hours later, masks lowered like veils. Concussion, fractured ribs, internal bruising. Stable, but he'll need time. Relief flooded, then rage. In the hallway, Justin rounded on Ryan. "You drag him into your games, and this? For what? Some deal." Ryan flinched, but his jaw set. "I love him, Justin. More than you know. He's all I have that's real." The confession hung, twisted. Sibling bond or something darker? Justin recoiled, storming to Alex's room. Alex lay pale against starched sheets, for lines snaking like veins of blue ink, monitors beeping a fragile lullaby. His eyes fluttered open, finding Justin's. "Hey, Phoenix," he rasped, attempting a smile that cracked his split lip. Justin sank into the chair, grasping his hand. Cold, but alive. "Don't ever scare me like that." Tears spilled as Justin confessed fragments. The unease with Ryan, the tempted gig, the fear of losing this. Alex squeezed back. "We're architects of our own mess, but we rebuild. Together." Recovery was a slow scaffold. Alex discharged to the loft, where Justin played nurse. Broths simmered on the stove, pillows fluffed, blueprints pushed aside for parks and rec marathons. Intimacy returned tentative. Fingers interlaced during the office reruns, kisses soft as snowflakes. But Ryan hovered, delivering meals with apologies that rang hollow, his bruises fading faster than the tension. "He's family," Alex urged when Justin bristled. "Blood's thicker." Spring thawed the city, cherry blossoms unfurling along the promenade like tentative flags of truce. The condo gig loomed, Ryan's emails persistent, laced with praise. "Your touch elevates it. We make a team." Justin deleted them, recommitting to Alex. Joint applications for queer arts grants, weekend brunches at Bubby's where Alex sketched napkin towers while Justin inked logos. Love deepened in the mundane. Alex's habit of leaving post-its with doodled hearts on the fridge, Justin's playlists curated for their drives upstate. Yet cracks spiderwebbed. One humid June evening, Alex's phone buzzed during dinner, pad thai steaming on the coffee table. Takeout boxes, their candlelit china. Ryan's name flashed. Alex silenced it, but Justin glimpsed the preview. "Tell him or I will." Heart plummeting, Justin feigned nonchalance. Later, rifling through Alex's jacket for keys, he found the USB, their USB, from Ryan's penthouse. Plugged into his laptop, files bloomed. The condo designs, but altered. Justin's Phoenix motif twisted into a corporate eagle. Alex's sustainable notes scrubbed. Ryan's aggressive sprawl dominant. And buried in metadata, timestamps from after the accident, Alex's user ID editing. Betrayal hit like a wrecking ball. Justin confronted him at dawn, coffee cold between them. "You stole my work." For him. Alex's face crumpled. "It was a favor. Ryan's drowning, divorce, bad trades. I fixed it quick. Kept your name off to protect you from his mess." Lies layered on half-truths. "Protect me? Or cover your ass?" Justin's voice broke. "You're just like him. Using people as beams for your empire." The fight escalated, words flying like debris. Alex accusing Justin of paranoia, Justin hurling Mark's ghost. Another runner when it gets real. Doors slammed. Justin crashed at a friend's in Queens. The subway's rumble mocking his unraveling. Days blurred into radio silence. Until Ryan called. Meet me. The whole story. Desperation clawed. Justin went to a quiet bar in the financial district, where Ryan nursed a scotch, eyes shadowed. It's not what you think, Ryan started, sliding over a folder, divorce papers, asset splits, Alex's signature as co-signer. He bailed me out last year post-crash. The gig? His idea to get you steady work without freelancing's grind. But I pushed it. Ryan's voice cracked, uncharacteristically raw. I wanted you both. The swap wasn't just business. I envied him. You grew up in his shadow, always the ruthless one. That night at the penthouse, I crossed lines because I thought, maybe you saw me too. Justin reeled, the puzzle snapping into cruel clarity. Ryan's flirtations. A mirror of unrequited longing, not malice. Alex's edits. Misguided protection, twin loyalty trumping all. You both played me, Justin whispered. Ryan shook his head. No, we broke ourselves first. He left the bar into a downpour. The same rain from that confessional night months ago. Texts from Alex flooded. Please, loft, now. Justin went, soaked to the bone, finding Alex on the fire escape. Rain sheeting off the railing, city lights blurring through tears. I fucked up, Alex admitted, voice thunder. Ryan's my blind spot, half of me, the part one hate. But you're the design I can't live without. He dropped to one knee, not in proposal but plea, ringless hand extended. Rebuild with me. No secrets. Justin hesitated. Compass tattoo itching like a North Star veering south. Love's architecture. Flawed. Resilient. He pulled Alex up. Their embrace a keystone against the storm. We start over. All of us therapy boundaries. Ryan included if he earns it. Alex nodded. Lips brushing Justin's temple. Human-centered. Always. Summer scorched the city. Heat waves warping the skyline into a fever dream. But Justin and Alex's reconstruction cooled with intention. Couples counseling in a sunlit Chelsea office. Dr. Rivera, a no-nonsense Latina with a laugh like wind chimes, dissected the twins' enmeshment, Justin's abandonment scars. Sessions unearthed fossils. Alex's guilt over Dad's stroke, funneled into overprotecting Ryan. Ryan's isolation, masked as ambition. Justin learned to voice his edges, not just his curves. Ryan entered the fray tentatively, joining a family quad session in July. The bar was neutral ground. A dive in Hell's Kitchen, neon flickering over sticky tables. Ryan arrived early, nursing a soda, sober 6 weeks, post-divorce clarity. I owe you, he told Justin, eyes clear, no twin mask, for seeing through the bullshit. Apologies flowed, raw. The swap as a cry for connection, the kiss as a grasp at stolen light. Justin forgave not for absolution but survival. Love's collateral demanded it. The trio forged fragile truces. Brunch Sundays at the Brownstone, no business talk. Ryan's penthouse repurposed for game nights. Monopoly devolving into laughter as Alex bankrupted his brother with gleeful sabotage. Justin designed a joint venture. A queer community center in Bushwick, blending Alex's humanism, Ryan's funding savvy, Justin's visual soul. Groundbreaking came in September. Hard hats clinking under a harvest moon. Shovels biting earth like promises rooted. Yet humanity's arc bent toward grace, not perfection. October brought relapse. Ryan's ex, a venomous litigator, leaked affair rumors, twisting the penthouse night into tabloid fodder. Headlines screamed. Architect's twin in gay love triangle? Clients balked. Alex's firm teetered. Justin woke to voicemails, slurred from Ryan's bender, echoing childhood pleas. They found him in Tribeca, bottle in hand, surrounded by shredded blueprints. I'm the villain, he sobbed, as Alex held him, Justin fetching coffee. No judgment, just presence, a human chain against the void. Through it, Justin and Alex deepened. Fall foliage framed their runs along the high line, breaths sinking like iambs. One crisp evening, atop the new high-rise, still scaffold, views unchained, Alex unfurled a sketch. Their future, etched in pencil strokes. A loft expansion, nursery nooks for someday adoptions, a studio for Justin's art. No more half measures, Alex said. Ring box emerging. Simple platinum, engraved with a phoenix. Marry me? Build forever. Tears blurred the skyline as Justin yes-ed. Their kiss sealing against the wind. Word spread. Ryan, first to know, toasted at the engagement dinner. Upper West Side, lamb roasting anew, with a speech that cracked the room. To Justin, the brother I didn't deserve, but got anyway. Laughter mingled with sniffles, Mrs. Harper dabbing eyes, Mr. Harper nodding from his chair. A quiet patriarch's pride. Winter solstice brought the wedding, small and fierce. A loft ceremony, snow flurrying outside like confetti. Justin in a tailored gray suit, compass peeking at the collar. Alex in navy, eyes shining. Vows exchanged over Coltrane vinyl. I see your bones, your breaks, and choose them all. Ryan stood best man, unflinching, his toast human to the core. Twins share a womb, but souls? You two forged yours. Don't let me or anyone blueprint over it. Honeymoon in the Keys. Conch shells whispering secrets. Sunsets bleeding pink into the Gulf. They dove reefs, Alex pointing out coral architectures. Justin sketching fish in the sand. Back in Brooklyn, life layered. The center's ribbon cutting, Justin's solo exhibit at a Williamsburg gallery. Phoenixes reborn in ink and light. Ryan dated cautiously. A barista with tattoos and no agendas. Finding his own north. Years folded like origami. Adoptions of twins, irony not lost. Named after no one but dreams. Alex's TED sequel on queer spaces, queer hearts. Ryan's firm pivoting to ethical investments. Justin's book, Blueprints of Us, a memoir graphic hybrid, hit shelves with quiet acclaim. One spring dawn, 5 years on, Justin woke to Alex's post-it, coffee's on. Love you more than skylines. Ryan texted group chat. Brunch? My treat, no swaps. Laughter bubbled as Justin traced his ring. The compass steady. Betrayal scarred, but scars mapped growth, human, flawed, enduring. In America's vast blueprint, they had redrawn their line. Not straight, but true.